Welcome my friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your love and your time to watch my videos. If you really like it, I request you to please spread it to your friends. They also must be looking for such information which is good for them. So knowledge only can be enhanced by sharing. I am doing a bit. I request you to share it with your friends, with colleagues, so that it becomes more and more awareness. If only purpose with this channel is to spread the awareness about knowledge. So today's video is on HVAC, and HVAC is here, right? Because we are all core HVAC engineers. So let us look at the topic, and the topic is very basic. What is supply air? What is return air? What is exhaust air? What is fresh air? You must be thinking what you are making. You must be telling why you are making such basic video. But I think after some time we also have to go to the basics. Unlearn, relearn, so that we are updated all the time. So we don't miss or don't forget our fundamentals. Also, this video is for those people who are just entering into the HVAC segment, HVAC industry. It will be very good for them to understand these terminologies, because these terminologies are being used on HVAC project almost every day. If you talk about design, if you talk about execution, you talk about commissioning, they are used. So I thought I'll make a video, maybe basic, but it will help everybody, right? So let's start with first important element called supply air. This is the air which is distributed from the HVAC system into the area which is supposed to be conditioned, right? So it delivers either heated air or cooled air. Most of the time in India it is cooled air of desired temperature and with the air quality. So we deliver this air to that particular space, building, which is supposed to be air conditioned, right? And it is delivered through generally ducts and vents into multiple spaces. So there is HVAC units which actually condition that air and delivers to that area which is supposed to be air conditioned or supposed to be conditioned. Forget about only conditioning, we were talking about heating also, to be conditioned. So that air which is supplied is called supply air. Hope I'm making a sense over here. The next is return air. So this is the air which is drawn from that space where we are doing the conditioning, or the space which is to be conditioned, back into the HVAC system, back into the HVAC unit. So we remove that air after supplying, we remove that air, circulate it through HVAC system again, and it is again supplied back. So that air which is drawn from the space is called return air. Space and going back to HVAC system, right? So it returns the indoor air to HVAC unit for reconditioning and recirculation. It again travels through return air spaces. Generally, if there is a false ceiling, it travels from the open space into the false ceiling, or we create a return air ducts. And when return air ducts or through false ceiling, we have to create some vents so that that return is picked up either through the duct or through that open ceiling back to the unit. Hope it is clear. The next one is exhaust air. This is the air which is expelled from the building spaces and which is sent back to the atmosphere, to the outside. It is generally done to remove stale, contamination, or excess air to maintain the indoor air quality. Now, what I mean by excess air, when you talk about area where there are a lot of people, we will have to have more oxygen coming in, because when people exhale, they exhale the carbon dioxide. So the air quality deteriorates. To dilute that, there are a lot of other elements available in the air. To dilute that, we have to get supply air. So what happens when the supply air comes pumping? The room gets pressurized. We take the return air back for reconditioning, but we keep on pumping supply air. We have to keep some balance between supply, and some air has to be taken out, so that contaminated or air with stale or air with all the contamination has to be removed, so there's a proper balance which is maintained. So this is the air, right? Typically, it is extracted as I said, from kitchen, washrooms, hospital laundry, spaces like ICUs or spaces like OTs where contamination is major. Again, it is extracted through ducts and with the help of fans. So this is with respect to exhaust air. Then we have fresh air. This is the outdoor air brought into the building. Now, as I was talking about getting more air to dilute, this is the fresh air which is actually getting in to dilute some of the pollutants, right, and replenish the oxygen level. I just explained you back. So this is the air which comes and then pressurize that room, and that's why we have to get exhaust out. It enters through building to the air conditioning units. It is generally filtered now with the dedicated outdoor systems or TFAs. It is conditioned into the HVAC system before it mixes with the indoor air. So if you take raw fresh air just from the ambient and mix it in the room directly, you will have condensation. So you will have to mix it in the unit before it comes, because it becomes conditioned and then it is delivered to the room. So hope this is extremely clear. Fresh air, we can take a raw air, put it in the system and then get it back, mix it with return air and get it back to the area which is to be conditioned, or we can always get that air treated before it is entering into the spaces or into the HVAC system. So these are 4 terminologies I thought are useful. Again, just to give you a brief idea, this is what we call as a fresh air supplier duct, which supplies, which comes through cooling coil. There will be filters over here. So we talk about temperature as well as filtration, right? Then we take return air. It goes back to the cooling coil for recirculation. Some air is exhausted and that is getting replenished through this outside air, which is we call fresh air. So outside air is nothing but fresh air, which actually helps to dilute the pollutants and replenish the oxygen levels. Exhaust air takes out some of the stale contamination, right? And this is how we meet the balance. Hope you like the video. Please subscribe my channel. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, ajazkazi.com. Thank you so much.